Hello everyone, some of you asked a few questions about Game of Thrones Resurrections. I'll try to answer them and I'll also try to explain why I think Lady Stoneheart and the Gravedigger both are coming back this season. So Trent asked, Ygritte told Jon Snow that he knows nothing. When he wakes up from being resurrected, Mel asks him what he saw. He says nothing. Does Jon Snow now know nothing, and does that have any significance now? I must admit, when Jon Snow answered Melisandre's question and said nothing, Ygritte popped into my head and I thought she would have laughed her head off at this. But I don't think there's any connection between these scenes. When Jon Snow went north of the walls, he didn't know anything about the wildlings or the giants, etc. Ygritte saying, "You know nothing, Jon Snow," was her way of flirting with him. When Jon Snow came back, Melisandre asked him what he saw, and Jon says nothing. Kit Harington said in an interview that after Jon came back, he changed because he realized there's nothing after death. There's no heaven, there's no hell. He might have expected to meet his father Ned, his mother, if she was dead, and his brother Robb in afterlife. But he realized that there is no afterlife, so he has to live his life fully. It would explain how Jon Snow, who was noble, determined and dedicated to the cause of the Night's Watch, will be able to walk away from it, especially with the threat of White Walkers hanging right over them. So I guess that's what the significance of this sentence was, to explain how Jon Snow could leave the Night's Watch and also to put an end to the theories of Jon warging into Ghost. As for why I think both Lady Stoneheart and the Gravedigger are coming back this season, I'll explain, but there will be huge spoilers here. Let's talk about the Gravedigger first. We know that Ian McShane has gotten a role in the Game of Thrones. In one of his interviews, he said, "My character is really like an ex-warrior who has become a peacenik. So I have a group of peaceful, sort of a cult who I bring back a much-loved character who everybody thinks is dead." In the book, Septon Meribald was the one who met Brienne and Podrick and guided them to the Quiet Isle to meet the elder brother. Septon Meribald had told them that he had fought in the War of the Nine Penny Kings, and after losing all three brothers, he became a broken man, aka an outlaw. The title of episode 7 is also called The Broken Man. Later, Septon Meribald joined the Faith of the Seven. Similarly, the elder brother fought at the Battle of the Trident, where he was knocked out. Others, thinking he was dead, stripped him of his armor and threw his body into the Trident. Later, he woke up naked in the Quiet Isle. He spent the next 10 years in silence. Brienne saw the Gravedigger on the Quiet Isle, who seemed to be bigger than she was. The elder brother told her that the hound died in his arms, and his stallion was still in the stables. It looks like David and Dan are going to merge both Septon Meribald's and the elder brother's storyline. He could be the one to bring back the Hound, as he had told in his interview. Let's talk about Lady Stoneheart now. If you've read the books, you already know who she is. We know Thoros is returning in the books, and he has the power to bring people back. In second trailer, we saw Walder Frey at a feast. There are Lannister soldiers behind him. So either they are just celebrating a victory, as we saw Jaime in the Lannister red instead of the Kingsguard gold armor, or it could be another of the weddings, and we all know how Game of Thrones weddings turn out. Could it be the Red Wedding 2.0? Why this could be a wedding? Because what did Walder Frey want the most when Catelyn Tully talked to him? He wanted to wed his sons and daughters, etc. So it seems possible that Tywin Lannister arranged for a wedding when he convinced Walder Frey to betray Robb Stark. We know that Lady Stoneheart has been hanging each and every Frey she could get her hands on, and if she arrives at this wedding, we might get to see another Red Wedding. She might be the most motivated person to kill the Freys. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. If you like this video, please click on the like button below and subscribe to my channel. Have a good day. Bye bye.